be the guy. I'll be the.
Because you're not rich and you're not famous and you're not this and you're not that. You had an opportunity to be, but you blew it all. And I said, well, oh well. I'm proud of that. I guess I'm proud to be a loser.
This one's for all my baby girls.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy on level 1. Level 1. Married happily, paycheck to paycheck happily, meaningful relationship, meaningful life with a family. And now, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. Tomorrow, if I stop streaming, I would not be able to get a job. So it would be the end of my life. But outside of that, everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy.
Fuck life.
I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1.
You're still on mission 1.
I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children.
When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up skier, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. I understand that people right now are so hyped for the gifted memberships, and I'm very grateful for that. I mean, thank you. But I hope that that doesn't mean that people are going to forego tipping, because that would put me in a bad situation. And in particular, I don't know why you guys, okay, why are you laughing? Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Why are you laughing? Oh, so hilarious that this guy has stuff financially tight. Huh? I literally can't afford stuff on Tuesday on my day off, and you're gonna laugh? Oh, that's funny. When you can't go and do something with your family on your day off, you're 1 day off for the week when you're working full-time 6 days a week. That's funny, right? No, it's not fucking funny. Now shut up. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Grocery shopping, tips. Meal with my wife, tips. Coming up, my day off on Tuesday, tips. Nintendo Online, tips. Bills and stuff, tips. Tips are the liquidity of my business. Huh? Huh? Huh?
This one's for all my baby girls.
Why do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big up skier,
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in there. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in the milk. Put banana in my mouth.
Squeeze banana.
Put banana in my mouth.
Squeeze banana.
Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight.
This started about 10 years ago. I was depressed. I was an alcoholic. That was the start of my YouTube career. Today, many years later, things are a lot better. That's for sure. That is for certain. It is certain. Things, it is certain. Bruh.
Real tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the tips. Got the plastic cups. Wheel tail jam. Bruh.
Real tail.
Bro. Wheel tail jam. Former pro player. Former alcoholic. Right? Drinking liquor all day long. Good variety of stuff. We'll even have an incentive if someone contributes a very large contribution. I will take a shot of a special liquor that I have not revealed yet. I'm not getting drunk. Absolutely not. Bruh.
Real tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the tips, right? Plastic cups. Wheel tail jam. Bruh.
Real tail.
You need Jesus. Fill up. Consume.
Real tail.
Day after day after day.
Bro.
If you do, to hell with you. You need help. You need Jesus.
Bruh.
Real tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the tips, right? Plastic cups. Wheel tail jam. Got the bag, bro.
Real tail.
Got the bag, bro. Got the
Real tail.
Now, what does the sugar do in the sauce?
Adds sweetness, adds a contrast. If you don't, it's all going to be tartness, and you won't have any
It's
kind
gonna
of
be
sweetness
acidity
to
from
the sauce.
tomatoes.
Right, you'll have
And then
tart
spice.
and its acid and nothing else. All right. So now we got to stir all that in, and then we add our final ingredients, and then the meat.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. I'm half kind of European mix. European style, Asian fusion style. Tips. Greasy hair. Pasta once a week. The authentic style, Asian fusion style. Italian.
Guess what else we're going to add?
What?
Sausage. Italian sausage. That's going to go in here too.
I love sausage. I have had many varieties.
Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian bills. Italian dark side fit. Italian wife. Italian wife. Italian chill. Italian can't give her a pill. Why do you pretend to be Italian? I don't. I'm not full-blooded Italian. That'd be ridiculous for me to claim. I'm a quarter Italian. I am 1/4 Polish, and then I'm half kind of European mix. I actually admitted this last year. I'll say it again. I actually do play some mobile games. I do. All right. The ones that I play are free to play or incredibly inexpensive, like you spend $1 here or there to make progress.
This one's for all my baby girls.
Got me that gotcha. I love it. Got me that gotcha. Gotcha. Begging for fucking tips and shit on the street. It's WWE champions.
That being said. That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said. That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
That being said.
Hello. This is Phil Burnell. All right. And just wanted to tell you that I love the podcast. That being said, big ups. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing chill, interactive fun. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, relaxing, chill, interactive fun. L. Team Insider, the legend. Fantastic Mr. Sam, the dentist. Speak to the dead, psychological style host. Meerkat, artistic style host. That being said, which vest is podcast best? That being said, which vest is podcast best?
We did not expect to hear that one, but we heard it. That being said, Sunday show. What's up, everybody? We're in the house tonight, as Boogie and Wings were last night in London. A hell of a fight. We're going to talk about that a little bit. We got a lot of stuff on the docket today. Let's get right to it. I got the cerebral style, logical style host. I don't have the creative musical style host. Taking the week off. Had a big day yesterday. Needs to rest it off. We have the secret musical style host here, of course, Wizard of Oz style. And then we got our guest style guests. And let's get them to get a few words from them, please. I'll start with the one you already know about, the one that's been on the show before. Goes by the name of Lefty. Lefty, how you feeling today?
Feeling really good. Excited for the show. Nothing much else to say, except for all the interesting stuff that went on, but we'll get into that.
I love how you we'd like to know how you infiltrated the Snort Fort and got in that exact seat for this appearance. It's incredible. Is he still sleeping, I guess?
Well, it's when you put on the gunner glasses, you just kind of end up here. So I got $50 from work yesterday or something, and then the gunner glasses are just here, and now I'm here. So hate to see that.
Also, Logan, new style, first appearance ever. Logan in the house. How you feeling, Logan?
I feel good coming to you at a crisp, smooth 60 frames today. So happy to be here.
Yeah. And let's not let the details go here. You are in front of a Street Fighter cabinet, but that's not all. Please explain the full story of your background, please.
So I was toying. Well, Lefty was toying with the idea of shit posty backgrounds and everything. So I was talking to Lord Thunder about background choices, and he said find the SST cabinet from Chinatown Fair, which is the arcade Phil talks about. So this is the cabinet that he allegedly played on. So that's the.
This
background.
is real. Nothing halfway here. That's why we got Takin L's on the show. This is the original thing. This is where legends were made, where people came around Phil and watched him as he got frustrated with the game and raged, and they loved it. They loved that character. It happened right there.
Yep, that's where the hate was used to fuel him for the very first time.
That's where all the $20 bills were laid across calmly after the losses. A lot of history there. A lot of history. Yeah. Sam got the perfect one. That's exactly how he did it. Slamming it down.
He's like shaking his head in disbelief, like, yep.
Yeah. Oh, son of a bitch. Dude, there's like $200 money matches. When you're 18, $200 is like infinite money. I mean, maybe it's just me, but like when I was 18, $200 was a lot of fucking money. I don't want to waste $200. That's a big deal to lose that shit. And you know he didn't have it. Well, as we actually know he didn't have it because
his mom had it. His mom and dad had it.
Right.
What's up? We got a super chat here. Sup, boys. Brazzle here. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. Paul Brazzle Jr. Thanks so much for that. Yes, happy Mother's Day, everyone out there, especially special one to Linda out there. Everyone, happy Mother's Day. You're all legends. Thanks so much. So let's talk about fight first. I guess let's get that kind of out.
Sorry, briefly. It's weird, isn't it, Sam? Because it's not Mother's Day here.
It isn't?
No.
We had Mother's Day a month ago.
Interesting. British style holiday. Anyways, I want to hear the story though, Steve. Steve, you said on Twitter you met someone recognized you, and I feel that's a big step. So explain the story. Was it a cool guy? Was he not so cool? Was kind of weird? You ran away? Cool. How did it work?
He was cool. I was out at the pub with my mate and had stepped outside to the beer garden. It was a lovely night, and I wanted to be able to smoke while enjoying my drink. And guy a couple of tables down comes up to me while I'm chatting with my mate and goes, "Excuse me, are you Steve of the Dead?" And I absolutely lost my shit. It was hilarious. He had a very brief
That's
chat with me.
awesome.
He shook my hand, and then he went back over to his table where he his girlfriend and a friend was sat waiting, and she was like, what was that? And he was like, she looks over and goes, "Are you the DSP guy?"
Incredible.
That's what you
That's
are.
me. Yeah. So she goes, "I don't know
Fantastic.
anything about him," and I'm like, "Stay out of the void. Don't."
Don't go in. Warning her. Excellent. That's awesome though. Got
Yeah,
recognized.
it was
He
wild. Yeah,
Big
It's
time.
the first time I go out in months that I get recognized.
This is going to be the start of the arc where Steve leaves the show because he got too big. So
Yeah.
remember this. When Ex Mortis makes the documentary, he's going to say that. It all started
Can't
when
wait to
Steve...
burn these bridges, guys. It's gonna be
yeah,
great.
yeah. All right, Lord Thunder coming in hot. I do
ALT,
like it.
you're not my friend. Sam's my friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
ALT. Hello. ALT.
Yo, was that you, KKBA? Was that you? Really?
It could have been a troll. Careful,
yeah,
that could be
yeah.
a troll, KBBA.
I know, yeah. But...
Lord Thunder coming in hot. I do what I can. Big up, boy, Franz. Thanks, my friend. And let's talk about the fight and kind of get out of the way here. So, Wings and Boogie fight was, the buildup was kind of hype. We knew it was coming. Not sure what was going to happen. Phil said, Phil calls Phil to ask Keem, is there anything you won't do for money? Are you worried about? I mean, they're not pro boxers, Keem. They're not pro boxers. Are you worried about it? And then the fight happens. I guess we'll talk about the weird intro of Wings was notable. Like, it was kind of strange to me. Would you guys see it? What you guys think of the intro?
Shit, duty, whoa.
Duty. For Steve, post-surgery, praying all goes well. Use the money for neck phones, W Champions, Gin, whatever you fancy. Big winners of the fight, Wings and Keemstar. Biggest loser, DSP, of course. Cheers, that being said. Oh, man, Duty, thanks so much, dude.
Really appreciate that. Thank you.
Legend, dude.
I should probably mention my surgery is actually being cancelled.
It has been canceled, but reschedule, right? Reschedule, hopefully.
Around July, I'll have a clearer knowledge of what's going to happen next. But yeah, it was supposed to be next week. This would have been my last episode otherwise. But yeah, they had to cancel it because some emergency cases have now taken priority over me, which is fair enough. I can't be mad. The emergency cases are emergency. They need the help more than me. So yeah, but yeah, it will be happening in future, but I'm paying for a few more months. We don't need to bust out Robo Steve yet. Sorry, Dad.
I'll make sure Steve's going to get that, though. 100% Duty. Don't worry. Steve's going to get that.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
But awesome stuff. But yeah, let's talk about back to the not as serious thing as surgery, but Wings fight. The intro, it was if you know about Wings, it's a good thing. But I didn't like the singing aspect. It was kind of cringe for me. I know they're kind of have a gimmick there. But did you guys see that? Any thoughts on the pre-fight? What were you guys thinking before the fight? I should ask our special guest. So Logan, what were you thinking before the fight? Who did you think was going to win? What were your thoughts?
I was immediately thinking Wings, and I turned out to be right, just because he's younger, and I think he took the training more seriously, and that was evident when the fight took place. It was always going to be Wingo, so I guess big ups Wingo.
I guess, yeah, Wings the redeemed. I call him. But it just was like Boogie like took his personal persona now of being like sad about everything into the fight. Where he's kind of like, the world just keeps hitting me, and like he just let the world keep hitting him and just did nothing. Like, did he try to throw a punch at all? It's kind of like,
yes,
okay, he did.
He did once.
He did.
Maybe one, yeah.
Yeah, it was very clear just from how Wings and Boogie handled the training that Boogie was. I mean, I think he's going to win regardless, just because he's younger. But I mean, the transformation of Wings over the last 6 months versus Boogie over the last 6 months. Wings has lost a lot more weight and been in a lot better relative shape. Not that he's in good shape, but you can see in the weigh-ins, Boogie looks like a lot more bloated, I guess, and Wing looks like, I don't know. It was pretty nasty to look at, but you could tell that Wings had trained just a little bit harder. So.
Yeah. And Wings just looked like he tried and was trying to win. I think that's my biggest thing. Is Boogie didn't seem like
he came to win. He absolutely came to win. Boogie, I think, was just kind of showing up and not much else.
I'm here. That's it. That's what I said. Like, it's so weird. Like, that's how he handles like his internet persona. Kind of. It seems like now it's like, oh yeah, on me. Everyone just gets on me. I'm poor Wings, and then, well, you could do. I mean, sorry, not poor Wings. Poor Boogie. It's like you could do something about that. But even in a boxing match, he's like, let the hits come, and then he just looks so sad the whole time. Like, it was just strange. Like, kind of like not comfortable almost. Like when you're boxing, it's like a good match, and like one guy's beating the other dude, but the other guy's trying, but the other, it's like, okay, that's cool. That guy's showing a skill, but it wasn't like that. It was like, a dude beating up on a dude that shouldn't be fighting. It kind of felt sad almost for Boogie on that one.
Do you think Boogie went into it with the mindset of, well, I'm going to lose anyway, so I might as well not bother? Because,
I mean,
like
that's
I said,
on
Wings
brand.
came
I
to
hope
win,
not.
so you can imagine Wings
Yeah.
trained, didn't he? So he he was
I
determined.
mean, that's
Well,
kind of how Boogie handles his, like ALT said, that's kind of how Boogie has operated his entire life the past few years. It's like, I'm going to show up, but why should I put effort into this? It's not going to matter.
And then the pants fell down. That was kind of pants kept falling down. They didn't fall down. They were falling down. They were falling
Little
down,
loose.
and
Yeah.
little loose. And they had to tape. The taping was funny. The taping ceremony of the full, it's half a roll goes around.
Yeah, I'm just glad that after the build up we got with Wings singing and all rapping or whatever he was doing, that he actually went and won, because that would have been really embarrassing. That massive build up and then just getting you shit handed to you would have been hilarious. But it was clear just from the bits I saw. Yeah, he was there to win and Boogie was not. So.
Yes.
Wings missed a. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You go, Leslie, please.
I was to say, I was watching Meerkat stream during, and Wings missed a golden opportunity to come out to a Liquid Richard song. He's never going to have another opportunity as golden to own the meme as that right there, singing Pistol Grip or something like Mustang or anything like that. And he just
Mustang
didn't.
would have been perfect.
So, I mean, I would have nothing to say if he had done that. I'd be like, you know what? You own the meme. I'm done making fun of you. I don't really know that much about Wings anyway, but I would have just been like, whatever, you own the meme, cool, moving on. And he didn't.
Yeah,
so too bad.
That's the issue, because they're like, you'd respect him for it. You'd be like, right, okay, yeah, fair enough. And today, when I was going over all this, I thought, hang on a minute. The way I view Boogie and Wings has now changed. It's like I'm not really that into them, but I at least now have respect for them for even getting to the point where they're in a ring together. You know, they did something. They tried. They got out of their comfort zone and went and did something new. So it's like, even though Boogie might have spent the last night getting his head punched in for 5 minutes, it's still something. And I respect
at least he traveled to London.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
at least he did that.
Yeah, hold on, guys. So he was rapping the Goodyear Blimp song, which is a known Wings meme that was from the past, right? So not Liquid Richard, but kind of like more deep than that. So he did own a meme of sorts. Getting told in the earpiece here.
Okay,
so there is something there.
Okay.
Yeah, just not the mainstream choice, the mainest of mainstream choice of Liquid Richard, because everyone knows Liquid Richard, so that would have been cool. But
he didn't do precisely what I wanted. So
yes. So Lefty
I'm
is
salty
very
about
disappointed. But one thing I would say is that everyone, even on Twitter, right? Boogie got his ass beat, didn't look good, but still there was kind of a little bit more positivity, right? Like he did it. Everyone kind of had that feeling a little more. Like he did it. And like Keem said, like, they're both warriors. They're going to be thought as warriors. And I was kind of like, is it going to be like that, though? Like, I didn't really get that feeling myself. But then, fuck if he wasn't right, because there was a more positivity. Like, fuck, you did it, man. You went out there and did it. And then when Boogie dropped that tweet about DSP the next day, it's just you saw that one? He said, like,
no,
I got my ass beat or whatever, but at least, let me get the exact tweet. Fucking.
It was something like, at least I did something, which is like...
Yep.
Well,
more than what DSP does. If Boogie can make you seem like a loser on Twitter, you're doing something wrong.
That's the main thing. And like everyone's agreeing with Boogie on that. It's like, man, that's what I write that tweet. Like it really feels like there's never been more percentile of the internet against DSP than there is right now. Because like you could say like Wings is an asshole, Boogie's an asshole, DSP's an asshole, but like they moved up now, and DSP didn't. And now we're like, Boogie's Boogie's fucking on Phil too. Cool, That's
exactly what I was going to say. Actually, is that isn't it funny that we're so involved in this DSP world that anyone literally going outside is pretty impressive, And that's these guys got on a fucking plane to go to London and fight each other in a boxing ring. So that's pretty big news.
I mean, you could think of it as at least those two guys are on level 2 now. Now Phil is the only guy on level 1. There is no argument for Boogie and Wings being on level 1 with him anymore. He is on level 1 by himself, and he has to live in that for however long this arc lasts.
Yeah, and the best part is because this new the new guy that's funding all the streams is like Phil's thinking he's winning right now. That, like he's like, yep, see, fuck them. I don't need that shit. I don't need that. I don't need those assholes.
I think,
and Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to quickly say, you could say that like a new streamer that's just starting out could be at level 1. But as soon as they open a tab and go to YouTube and say, how do I do this? How do I use OBS? They're already at level 2. They're already further along. And DSP's been doing this for 15 years. And
how do I add an OBS scene? How do I make more than one scene?
Exactly.
Oh, congratulations, you've leveled up.
Yeah. That's like streaming is an MMO, and that's like the first task you're given. Like you just go and kill 5 rats. You know, that's the equivalent. Is just opening a tab, clicking on YouTube, and going, how do I set up another scene on OBS? How do I, we still see DSP every single time. I'm assuming when he starts his gameplay, resizing his camera and
changing the scene. And I guarantee you, they're not individual scenes. He's just got like one long thing that he scrolls through.
Guaranteed. Lefty does a lot of the night streams, and like I'll be watching the Lefty stream on our channel, and like he'll end the stream, and then later on when the daily wrap goes up, sometimes in the beginning of the daily wrap, you'll still see him resizing things. At the beginning of the daily wrap, after he's pressed record.
Yep.
That always kills me.
Yeah. Either that or he's setting up for the daily wrap during the end of his night stream. That one always gets me as well. It's like,
and he's like poking his head to the side of the scene because it resizes his camera resolution. Hey guys.
The amount of them that start with him looking off because he's still doing the pressure record.
Lefty's got it perfectly right now. That's the
look. Pro streamer, guys. Pro streamer. So yeah, it was just cool.
Very quickly, there is a quote that Phil Collins caught on Twitter, which is something like, "I graduated with a major in finance, and I've literally not done a thing with it in my entire life."
Yeah.
So 15 years of this, and still, like you said, the moment somebody sets up their stream deck, level 2. The moment somebody puts a green screen behind them, level 2. Already ahead of Phil. 15 years of this.
And they're just doing it for, a laugh or a hobby, not referring to themselves as being or having a business.
Yeah, if you guys remember Friday the 13th for PS3, when you boot the game up and it goes to the Unreal Engine screen, DSP isn't even on level 1. He's not even on the main menu. He's just stuck on that on a loop, just watching that over and over. Somebody's gonna know what I'm talking about in chat. I know it.
Why isn't the game starting? You still haven't told me.
Don't told me. One more thing about the fight was they did interviews there. And that was kind of interesting, and you could really see there that Wings is not a lolcow in my mind because how he handled those interviews. A lolcow can't say things like, you know what, now I know I'm not going to be able to do this forever. And I know I'm going to be the end of this. So I'm just trying to make as much money as I can now for my family and things like that. And there's a sincerity there. Like Phil can say all that shit, but he doesn't change any actions. Wings is literally doing things like, okay, I can make some money now, extra money doing this kind of stuff for help my future. And I want to do it. That you can't be a lolcow and think like that. He said some fucked up shit in his past, no doubt about that. But that's why Wings is not in the universe of DSP in my mind, in lolcowism, because of things like that. Like he could never say anything like that. Phil doesn't know what to think about tomorrow, right? You know what I'm saying? So like he says things a lot like I care about my family, protect my family, blah blah blah. But then he spends $1,000 on champions. So
$600 over the last few days, isn't he?
He reached 1,000.
That's immediately
going to 1,000.
It's been over 1,000.
1,000.
That's immediately going to go like Scopely, and he's still going to be begging later today. Guys, I really need the support. Tips would be great. We've got a new vest streak, so if you want to keep it going, hint, hint.
And please do it early if you want to enjoy the vest longer.
Yeah. So come on, chat. We could have vest streaks.
Yeah.
And it can't be, and I love it can't be one person, guys. It can't be one person doing everything. Okay. What if he wasn't here? Then what? Then we're fucked. No.
He should ask himself that question. What,
yeah.
What kind of business are you running, Phil?
And it's super interesting how everyone.
We lost our shit. The whole place started speculating. Everybody was, he's off. He's off. What's he missed it for?
Think about and how it's funny how the rest of the support goes way down too when there's a big donor like that. It's like a big donor comes. All right, boys. I guess the real people that support when they think Phil really needs it because it's a slow stream. That level of dentiness Like they don't do it at that point because okay, feels good. I don't need to donate.
Nope.
Whew.
Well, this whole arc proves that it's not. They don't tip him because they like him. They tip him out of a sense of obligation. And if someone else fulfills that obligation, they're out. They're off the hook. They can spend that, $25 on whatever else they need.
New helmets, new crayons.
That's how it
lots of
works,
stuff.
okay?
Wrong.
So let's go a little bit review of the week. So I did just a little bit of recap here. So obviously last week we talked about a little, or Wednesday we talked a little bit, but Boogie let it slip on side scrollers a while ago that they were doing a lolcow podcast again. Someone reached out to them. It was not Phil starting, but some other third party came to them and said, "Hey, let's do the podcast," stealing his idea. Phil was pissed about that. Boogie let it slip when Boogie answered a question truthfully, saying it. So then Keem can't figure out about this and said, "You know what? Fuck this. Fuck you guys. All right, Boogie and Wings, I'll pay you this much if you want to be on my show. Fuck the other dude." Right? They both accept it. Great. So then Phil makes this weird video about how, and then Keemstar drops the fucking ultimatum. 48 hours, right? You have 48 hours, motherfuckers. 48 hours. Then Phil dropped that weird video, the definitely weird one. The Keebler Elves joke 10 times. Internet, I need your help. It's just so funny. You're asking the wrong person, man. Internet. Then he said that. Then Keem came with the. Then Keem came with that tweet of, "I've been in contact with Phil's family and friends. Unlike DSP, they like money." And that was that moment. That tweet was the last, mention that Phil has ever said about Keemstar since that moment. Also, that was the start of this new vest streak, by the way. That exact next stream after that was when this new vest streak was started. Very coincidental, yes. And also in the beginning of that stream, he has a new pinned comment now that says, "Just to let you guys know, leave the drama out on the door. We're here to have a good, positive time." No, and then he's on a banning mayhem right now.
Every sentence in that tweet, in that comment that he pinned, ended with an exclamation mark. It did my head in. He was like, "Welcome to today's stream!" Exclamation mark. "Just a reminder, this is a no drama zone!" Exclamation mark. "This is a chill, positive, fun interaction stream!" Exclamation mark. Fucking hell, man.
A chill, fun, positive podcast where you talk to your viewers about how they should hide their identities when they.
Those burner PayPal accounts, which is against PayPal TOS, by the way.
Yes.
Someone needs to keep reporting him for that because he's telling people to break OBS so they can pay him or not OBS, TOS, so they can tip him anonymously. So
he can break OBS himself. Don't worry about it.
The chat is revolting.
He breaks his OBS.
The chat is revolting in droves that 1 Minute Man has not showed up since the other gentleman has appeared. But I don't think that's true, right? I believe there was a 1 Minute Man tip.
There's been a 1 Minute Man tip this week.
Yeah,
there was one.
He's been gone. But maybe he also is one of these people that doesn't fucking care. When DSP is $150, I guess he doesn't need me. What do you think, Sam?
Finally, someone else is here. I don't have to tip him today.
Like, think about that's your mindset. That's a sad mindset. Fucking shit, man. Oof, God. I wonder if Dirty the Grower. I think that's might be the right theory there. It's 1 Minute Man might be a real person, but it's someone he knows. Like a family member or something. Like,
it's Linda.
That's so sad though. That's sad too, though.
Yeah.
That's so sad. And
But it's a
anyway,
10-year plan, guys.
Yeah. 10-year. Tip me $20 every day. It's part of the plan.
Oh, isn't it? No. Who is it that's been sending him the questions about the philosophical hypotheticals? He said, wasn't there something about like, what if there was no such thing as? Was that someone else? Okay, right. Okay.
Logan knows his fans.
For some reason, I thought it was 1 Minute Man, but it's not, obviously.
I know for sure he's 1 Minute Man has had at least one tip. I saw it myself since this has started.
Yeah, he's definitely had one this week.
He's said something this week, hasn't he? It's. I'm not going crazy. I'm sure he's said something out of the blue for the first time in ages this week. Am I wrong?
He was in the chat, and Phil made a big deal about 1 Minute Man being in the chat.
Right.
That happened on an early stream this week.
Yeah.
Was he just like, "Hi guys"? That was it.
It was something.
Like, "Oh my God,
it was some innocuous non sequitur that Phil blew up.
Oh yeah, okay.
He was like, well, the only other time 1 Minute Man has talked to me was when he wished me and Cat Merry Christmas. So he made like a big deal about it.
See, guys, 1 Minute Man is real.
And now I see he's back as well, even though he's not been here for months.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time. So God, it must have been. I don't know. What
I want to point one quick thing out about the I Need Your Help internet video as compared to 3 weeks ago when he said, next time the internet needs something from Phil Burnell, do not ask for my help because you deserve nothing. So has aged very poorly when he's coming out and saying, internet, I need your help. Like, detractors have long memories, Phil. Like, come on.
Well, he expects us to be like his fans that don't remember yesterday or five minutes ago, you know? So that's what he expects all of us to be because we're all mouth droolers, remember? Moral side Phil, I wonder if he's going to stop using mouth drooler. I'm still like pushing for that to happen because he's trying to be moral side Phil about everything else. Why use a mouth drooler, my friend? That's not very moral side Phil, is it? I don't got a problem with it, but, you know, moral side Phil, it seems wrong. Hate Army, this super chat is sponsored by Snort VPN. When you absolutely, positively need to burn some money and don't want to get swatted by the trolls. Snort VPN. That's a good commercial idea right there.
That's PIG right there.
Yes, WPIG coming in hot on that one. Did you watch the Zelda React? Want to talk about that? That was one of the worst ones ever. Average Zelda fans shares average Zelda facts and boring backstories. That's my tagline.
Oh God, no.
Just the coldest Zelda takes. A lot of I didn't play this one, but here it is on the list. Pointless.
It was awful. It really was. Yeah.
And they're doing bad, by the way. That one did really bad. That was before the nonsense started. So he was like, so worried about the guys. I just need your feedback. Tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. Just tell me your feedback. I need your input. Comment on this video. Let me know. Okay, let me know. Super thanks, super ticker. Just let me know. You know, like oh, that's shit.
All you need to see is that the final. This is a tier maker, right? This is what you're referring to.
Yeah.
Is the final thing had the very bottom line, which is like, I don't know / didn't play or something, and that one had the most of any of them. It's like why
60% of them?
What are you doing?
Yeah. It's like 2/3 of the list is in that bit.
Yeah. Like at least take those out beforehand. Come on. Like do that first, then start.
Since we're on the subject of tier maker, I don't know if anybody caught this, but someone made a DSP tier maker list, like DSP related tier maker about his best playthroughs. And so DSP is going to do a tier maker about DSP's best playthroughs. Someone in his chat made that for him. Welcome to the human pigapede, gentlemen, because it's here.
Welcome to 2017 when tier makers were popular.
Whoever
We're finally doing it, guys. You guys been asking about this for like 6 years. Where's my support?
All those people got jobs. So.
Yeah, all those people are gone.
Right.
Nobody wants those anymore, Phil.
They're probably over here now. They're probably listening to this. The same people that were asking for the tier makers in like 2017 when they're popular are actually in your chat right now.
I know. That's the thing. That's been happened so many times. You guys wanted me to play Minecraft. You were asking me for years to play Minecraft. And then where's the support? Where is it?
You were asking me for years to play something other than Street Fighter. Where are you?
Last night in the Vice City, This Is How You Don't Play. This Is How You Don't Play from 2015 featured a comment from DJ Runo from 2013.
Yeah.
He's like, where'd all they go? It's like, well, they're here now because you pushed them over here. So welcome everybody, I guess.
Yeah, that's
DJ Runo, by the way.
That's still live WPIG. It also featured that same video featured a 7-year-old comment from our very own Steve of the Dead, actually.
Oh yeah,
that too.
Steve of the Dead, yeah.
Cool.
You're commenting on sometimes it said Phil, you lost Phil or something. Like someone else said in the game, like you lost Phil, and you said that was funny. So shout outs to 7-year-old 7 years ago. Steve of the Dead, not that old. $5 from Chio. Thanks so much, Chio. You are a legend. No comment, but you are a legend. And you are awesome. Real quick, let's get to the bike story. Okay, bike story was funny. A quick rundown.
Wait, before we move on to
please.
Zelda, very, very, very briefly, I want your opinion in particular on this. Phil was very bad that people have already speedrun the game.
Oh, God, okay, that was a different topic for me, but I'll get it right now.
Go.
Okay, because I used to do a lot of speedrunning stuff. That's basically how I got into like talking into the microphone with speedrunning shit. And
that was old ALT.
He's well, a long time ago, and people were speedrunning
different
Pac-Man.
person.
But anyways, he said this is what he said. He said, someone beat the game in 94 minutes. Yeah, that's true. This is 2023 game development, guys.
Yeah.
Like so just when you don't know anything about speedrunning, I guess you might think that like the game is somehow poorly programmed because you could do stuff like that. And also he said this: people are still making games that are this pathetic that you can still beat it in 90 minutes.
You can beat Metal Gear Solid in 90 fucking minutes. Like,
yes.
So what? You know.
And then the kicker was, these people are skipping 99% of the comment. I mean, 90% of the content. I mean, what's the point? Like, is there a comment that say you don't understand what speedrunning is more than that?
Yeah.
You're not in it for the content. You're in it for getting to the end as fast as possible because that's its own challenge and fun, right? And also, he says, like, I can say this: no one loves games more than speedrunners. Nobody. Nobody loves their game more than speedrunners.
Yes, agree.
Nobody. I would tell you when I was doing Super Mario 64 commentary, right? I was in the biggest guys: Cheese, Simply, who else? Oh, everybody, Punkation, all those people. 8 hours a day competitions we were doing. They're playing Mario 64 8 hours a day. They get up to the hotel room. I was thinking like, all right, party boys, this is gonna be hype. Speedrunning party. You know what they're all fucking doing? Playing the game more.
Practicing.
That is what they were doing. And it wasn't even like they were practicing, of course, but it was like, let's just do weird competitions. Like who can climb the most trees in 5 minutes? They have such a respect for the games that you cannot even comprehend it, right? And like this saying that like they're skipping 90% of the content, what's the point, right? That's just how they choose to have fun with the game for fucking years. You know what I'm saying? And decades even. You know, so there's just such a pissed me off like how he doesn't understand something so much. And it doesn't take anything away from the developers, by the way, either.
No.
A few caveats to this game in particular. It's still Breath of the Wild, right? It's Breath of the Wild engine, right?
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild tricks have been learned over years, can still be used with this game. So that's, if you think about it for 5 seconds, you might get that too. But again, just Phil being an expert on something he has no fucking clue about, and thinking that's a detriment to the developers, which is this developer bashing of Phil is always funny, right? Someone that hasn't created a single thing on this earth can bash on people's jobs like developers lost their way here. That's the best.
Yeah.
They lost their way.
He's moralizing about game development, and that like always really gets me. Like to talk about Zelda and how he says, oh, there's no excuse for a game being at 30 frames or sub 30 frames per second. And it's like, then don't play the game. Or like he did the same thing with Jedi Survivor, which I played alongside him on the all-day stream thing that I did. I played it on PC and it was fine. Like he can afford a PC to have better frame rates. He just refuses to.
So just bitch. Just bitch is the best way to go because you have no content to just bitch.
He has nothing else. That's really when you pare it all down because he's finding new things to complain about now. Yeah. It's frame rate. It's controller drift. He talked about Nintendo controller drift, by the way, in the first part of Zelda. So he's back on that train.
Yeah, the frame rate is such a bullshit. Shut the fuck up. What are you saying? Like, why do we allow Nintendo to underperform? Why are you guys doing that?
Yeah, that argument makes zero sense. I don't know why he chose that fucking hill to die on. That does not. I mean, it's DSP.
As if it's some kind of like democracy where people are voting on the output of Nintendo. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. You know what you're getting with a Nintendo game. Like you know it's the game. It's not the frame rate or the graphical fidelity, which seems to be the only couple of things he ever focuses on. Certainly the first thing he focuses on. So it's got nothing to do with how good the game is in terms of, you know, if you're just going to give it a 10 out of 10 or, you know, an out of 10 review score.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with those things. You know what you're getting with these games. You know what to expect. So you're judging it on that and not like this compared to Redfall or this compared to whatever.
Exactly that, because you know, like when you get a Nintendo game, that game is going to be solid. It's going to be like the slickest, most well-programmed. It's going to feel like heaven to play. You know, you're going to be bombing it around corners, drifting around corners in like Mario Kart. You know what it's going to feel like. You're going to be jumping off walls and things with Mario. You know what it's going to feel like. You got to race F-Zero or like in Metro. You know what you're getting. because Nintendo games are always so well made, and that's why people spend so much time playing them, to the point where they're getting to know the engine and how to exploit it to play it more and see if they can work out different routes through it. They're always well made. So the idea of him going, shit, this fucking developers, fucking idiots. It's like
makes no
there are
sense.
people out there who will break any game.
Yes. Every game is broken.
Every game is broken given enough time.
Yes. Especially now, because people just look through the code. It used to be like, all right, bash your head into every wall and see if there's any kind of place you can sneak through, right? Like you find the clips. Now it's not even like that. It's like, all right, let me open up my programming code and go through the code. All right, let me see how this, that's the level we're at now in games, right? Like someone has studied every single line of code in Super Mario 64, right? It's almost nothing left, right? It's like, let's see the angles. Isn't it? It's optimized to the top degree. And that's how every game gets. The bigger the game is, the more people attack it too. So there's no correlation between well-made game and speedrun length. There's some cases where there's horribly shitty games. Yes, I'll give you that. But no Nintendo game released in the last 10 years is like that. We're early Nintendo stuff. Sometimes there's some wonkiness. That yes, I agree.
Yeah, the value thing
2023 Tears of the Kingdom. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
The rant you went on about the value made no sense as well. I was like, how do they get to charge $10 more or whatever it is because they're Nintendo? And it's like, because people pay it, and because if it's selling well, then there's obviously, as a business, you're going to sell them at that price. Yes. You're not going to reduce them just because
Mr. Business Degree doesn't understand that they charge $70 because the market supports it. Like it's that simple.
Exactly. Yeah, Sam, I've ranted about this before, but he's the guy that whines about how like, oh my God, these games all suck today. It's like, well, you're the optimal consumer because you buy all this shit day one and then whine about everybody else buying it day one and encouraging these companies to continue doing these practices. And I'm not saying that Nintendo deserves that. I'm saying he thinks they deserve that, despite he buys all this shit day one because he's the most loyal consumer ever born.
Exactly.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's a special case though.
As well.
He told us he's a special case.
Special.
He's gonna make a lot of content.
Of course he is. Of course he's a special case. And the exceptions all apply to him.
I'd also like to point out that Phil is against the idea of early review copies. So he's saying everyone is a mark for buying it day one, but he also doesn't want anyone to touch the game until day one. So what is it, Phil?
He also buys all like the special editions, and he then will rant about how much it's like they're carving bits of the game out to sell you as DLC for a season pass. It's like, but you bought the special edition with the season pass, so you're still encouraging exactly this sort of shit.
It's just funny coming from business style Phil and consumer style side Phil, 14 credit card side Phil. That I love when he directs people how they should spend their money, from like literally the worst person to listen to how to spend money in the world. Top 5, maybe.
But I explained to him after being recognized last night. I explained to my mate, like I talked to him through a couple of bits of DSP, so that he was like, "What the fuck was that?" And when I got to he had like 13 credit cards at his bankruptcy. My mate lost it. It's like, you fucking kidding? And I'm like, no, seriously. Like, how do you know? And it's like his bankruptcy documents are public, so. It's all.
Because I've listened to the call live.
Also,
that's how I know.
Like, what point you're like, all right, fuck it, I'll just do another one. Like, what number of credit cards do you get to where it's like, all right, one more? Who gives a shit? All right, let's just go. Is it double digits? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? What's one more at this point? I'm $500,000 in anyway. Fuck it. Just do it. That's a sad place, man. He's talking about credit. By the way, this week he was talking about credit, by the way. What was it about a loan or something, Logan? If you know what I'm talking about.
I don't remember the exact context, but he said something about, if I could get loans, I could improve my business. I think it was like, it was something that simple. He's like, well, you're talking because someone asked him in chat, why don't you reinvest money back into the business? And he's like, well, I don't make enough money to reinvest, but if I could get credit and get loans again, then I could invest those into the business.
Dude.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're sitting here streaming as a hobby, and all of our shit is better and more well produced than his. So
I literally draw my background.
I got the Mega Man.
Yeah.
And I can afford all of this.
I like those LEDs. How do you set those up, man? That's awesome.
I just put them on the floor, and then I spray my cat. Hopefully they don't get electrocuted, okay?
So that
He
Mega
doesn't
Man
like
thing,
him.
could you change that? So, like, if you were playing a Mario game, you could put Mario there, for example.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That would be some great diversification of your content.
Nah,
that would really
that's
diversify.
too much work. That's toxic.
You'd have to go
Get
to
banned,
the
Steve.
hallway, take the painting off the wall, and because he's just walking out to the hallway. Okay, take this one down, put it behind me, put this one back up. He's just
That's
shuffling
the
them
tough
around.
work.
Yeah,
That's the tough work.
Don't trip over the paintings in the hallway, okay?
Remember, though, they're not on nails. He doesn't use nails. They're all on command hooks. That's how he hangs.
Oh God!
Yeah, none of them are on the wall. They're all sat on the floor, and he's like, just ignore them. I've run out of Velcro. We'll get there.
Jazz,
we might get
do that.
End
rub
of
the
hallway,
side, cats rub along them, just peeling off that paint on the corners, Jasper hair everywhere.
Oh yeah. Keep forgetting to pick them up at Costco when he's getting his paper plates.
Oh God, gotta make that trip. He's carrying too much, dude. Paper plates are heavy. He gets the 500 pack. We also, do you see a little quick thing though? Maximilian dude, I'm jumping ahead amazingly, but I don't give a shit. During the versus the internet, Maximilian dude, there was a Maximilian dude. There was a jack-o'-lantern Tifa statue someone had him watch. It was like $750. Yep. And I just, Phil would have so beyond that back in the day. Now he acts like it's the fucking most stupid thing anyone could ever do. But he would have loved that.
He had infamously for years that black cat bust that Panda hated.
Yes.
He displayed that prominently during his condo tours, and he's like, "Check this out! I got this black cat bust." And now he's like, "Why would anyone buy that shit?" But
yes,
so I mean, it's just proof that that future Phil hates past Phil.
He said predatory is what the price tag was.
Oh my God, predatory coming from him. Come on.
I get right. This sort of like ties into the speedrunning thing. He cannot understand people having fun in a way that he doesn't. Because this is people like, like if you like statues and you like buying figures and things, fine. One of my mates is a bit of a weeb, and so he has a couple of statues. It's like, fine, it's your money. If you want to buy them, cool. You're into what you're into, but he cannot comprehend why people would do things that he doesn't. Why would you try to run to the end of a game as fast as possible? Where's the fun in that? Why would you collect something that I don't understand? Where's the fun in that? Why would you do this thing? Why would you do that thing when I wouldn't? I don't understand. And to this, it goes back all the way to stuff like why would I play Minecraft? It's a stupid game for babies. You're idiots. Why would I play Fortnite? It's just the big popular meme game at the moment. All that stuff is all boils down to him not understanding other people having fun in a way that he doesn't.
Yeah, and then he rants about them, and then he makes himself look stupid 2 or 3 years later when he actually gives in and does that thing. It's happened so many times. Minecraft. Has he ever played Fortnite?
Reacts. I think he played Fortnite for a bit. Yeah.
Did he? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how he could
briefly.
Yeah.
I don't think he did because somebody made a joke
I don't
about.
think he did. Yeah.
In 2028, he's gonna be like, "You guys wanted Fortnite. We're finally doing it."
Yeah, we were. Yeah, Lefty and I were in a call with someone, and that's going to be the theory. 5 years from now, he's going to boot up Fortnite and think he can make money off of it.
No, he did, guys. Hate to break it to you, I just found it. October 4th, 2017. He did.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Am I ever right on this
Exciting
podcast?
titles.
I feel like I'm just like the master of disinformation. I just spew a bunch of bullshit and then I get fact checked.
Exciting titles like Fortnite Battle Royale gameplay part 14. Our best run yet. Clickbait. Part 15. It falls apart fast. ... Such
fucking
exciting
clickbait.
titles.
Yeah.
He went off about clickbait.
I don't need a catchy title. Yeah.
He's got his catchy title.
It falls apart fast, guys. Oh, I wonder what could fall apart quickly. I wonder how
2,000
it falls
views
apart.
on this beauty.
Click.
Yeah. About 1,000 views average on these beauties, by the way. Just beautiful thousands of view video. Okay, so I started the bike story, but then I didn't finish it. I don't know why. Got sidetracked, dude. But real quick, I wanted to shout out Jay Ruiz said Phil knowingly gave Keem his number, knowing he blocks unknown phone numbers. Recently, he also said he doesn't have a ringtone and on vibrate. Another reason why he didn't answer the DoorDash driver. You're saying so when Keem Car calls, then he doesn't even hear it because it's on vibrate. It makes sense. Who's calling Phil, right? Be honest. I know 2 people that could possibly call me, my parents, and that's the end of it. End of list, So if a fake a number I don't know calls, okay, whatever. That's probably what Phil did. But there you go. Thanks so much. The most prolific 3 months of a robust membership. Big ups, guys. Thank you so much. Legend name I cannot read. LLC? I can't tell. Anyways, bike story. So Phil went out with his father 2 or 3 times to learn how to ride a bike. And he was starting to get the hang of it. Okay? Starting to get the hang of it. But then disaster strikes. His next door neighbor got his ass jumped and beaten to a pulp. And his bike was stolen. Dun, dun, dun. So what does Phil do next? He tells his father he doesn't want to ride a bike anymore because the neighborhood is too dangerous. What does he do? Eventually, his dad sells the bike. Then there's a charity basketball game that they make there. His dad lovingly takes his son to as an activity for father and sons to do. But don't forget that part of the story, by the way. Hey, son, you want to go to a basketball game? Awesome. Yeah, I'll come. Cool.
Can I bring me
a lot of dads don't do that, but his dad did. Then they win a grand prize at the raffle. How exciting a day that is. How exciting a day that would be for a young boy. You win a awesome bike. Top of the line 90s bike. All the bells and whistles. What does Phil tell his dad to do? Well, better sell that one too. So sold that bike as well because his son was too scared to get jumped, get his ass beat, and stolen because their neighborhood was too dangerous.
Keep in mind, according to Phil, Dave Burnell also pocketed the money.
Oh yes, yeah.
What? Really?
And that's the way he told the story. Actually, on the second pass for the second bike is they won the bike, and then on the way home, the dad's just like, "Well, guess we got to sell this one too."
Yeah, the way he said that was great.
Idiot son.
Well, and
he already had him marked as like being a dumbass at like age 10, just like no hope left. Like we gotta sell it.
And the thing is, I think Dave was genuinely trying to teach Phil a lesson with that conversation of like, Philly, you want a bike, what are we gonna do with it? I guess we're gonna need to, like, you know, like parents do when they're like, well, I guess we need to get rid of this because you don't want it. I think he was genuinely trying to teach Phil a lesson, and Phil was just like, yeah, whatever, Dad, do whatever you want with it. So of course he pocketed the fucking money. It's like, and someone asked Phil in chat, what did you do with the money? It's like, my dad kept the money. Like Phil told his chat, yeah, my dad kept the money.
Yeah, like it was negative, you know.
Yeah,
what an asshole. I won that raffle.
But you didn't want it.
He didn't want it. His dad was trying to give him a chance. Like, I guess we got to. Phil could have said, no, I'd like to try again, like any normal child would, but he didn't.
It's like with the Street Fighter board and Howard, but he's like, oh, you fixed it. Can I have it back then? But you didn't want it. You gave it away. Somebody else has done something with it. And you're like, right, now, can I have that? Because you got rid of it. But it's because they've made something of it. Howard got that board working. His dad sold the bike for money. Phil's like, right, well, those were my things. You should be giving that to me now because I could have profited from it and I didn't. And that's the issue.
Ice Age saying, I lived in the rough parts of NYC. Plenty of people ride bikes. His dad supporting this is even more weird. What dad says, yeah, you kind of suck.
No, he didn't say that.
He
That was
didn't
just
say that, yeah.
he just like gave up. That he didn't say you kind of suck.
Yeah.
He just like the way that DSP told the story. By the way, this is a catcher in the rye situation because this is not a reliable narrator. The way he told the story was on the way home from winning the bike. Dad just like, well, I guess we got to sell this one too, as though like the tone is you suck because what like 10-year-old boy doesn't want the level of independence that a bicycle gives you, which the answer is DSP. So that's what I meant by that. He didn't actually physically say, yeah, you suck. It's just the way that DSP told the story is, wow, this guy sucks.
We would understand, though, Dave, if you are watching this, we would completely understand if he did tell you something.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you say to that as a parent?
There's no getting through to that child. Like, none.
It's like, you know, they're probably like, maybe we should adopt another kid. That's what they did. They actually
did.
Yeah. Can we try again? This one's not working out.
Well,
Fucking
and
hell,
maybe,
that would
maybe
be-
this would be a Steve of the Dead style question, but I was talking in a Discord call with a few other people. I think Lefty, you might have been in that one, but one thing that I picked up on is Phil immediately writing off the idea of wanting to ride a bike around Bridgeport. He wouldn't even let himself have his own trauma before choosing to give up. Right, he didn't even want that friction of maybe someone giving him a hard time about riding around Bridgeport. And I think that tells you exactly what you need to know about current day DSP. His whole attitude is if you're gonna fail or it's gonna have consequences, why even try? You know?
Yes,
Would you say, Steve, that I'm somewhat on track with that? Or
sorry, there's a moth in here. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It shows that there's an avoidant aspect to his personality where if there's any element of risk, like because it sucks to be like, if you were mugged like that, if somebody did punch you off your bike and take it, you'd feel upset, and you would be somewhat embarrassed as well that you couldn't stand up for yourself and keep your bike. He would feel all those feelings, and he would like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to have to process too much energy, too much effort, too much risk involved. So no, I don't want to do it. And that's a major thing that you have to overcome with Phil. Like as Keemstar says, you are very difficult to communicate with because he doesn't want the risk of talking to you. He doesn't want the potential for embarrassment and shame that goes with it. So he'll try to avoid it wherever possible. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And think about when you're a kid, man.
7 hours here.
When you're a bike, when you have a bike is like a treasure, It's like, fuck, you might get in trouble, but that's like part of it too. It's like, I'm just gonna go. Who knows what's out there, Like that's part of the fun.
A 41-year-old man completely missed the whole idea that a bicycle for a child is like the first step into adulthood that teaches you abstract lessons about adulthood that you can take into adulthood to become more successful. For example, a bicycle, putting a lock on it and then putting it on the thing when you go into the store. Because you get your bikes, you're gonna get your bike stolen. That's just what happens because children are irresponsible. But if that happens, it's like, oh, the world is falling, everything sucks, but not really. It's only a couple $100, so it's fine. But it teaches you how to like secure your shit so that when you're an adult, you don't leave your car unlocked with the keys in it in some weird place and then come out and it's gone, because that actually is a life-changing event. So he totally missed the fact that there's an abstract lesson there that he just totally had no interest in learning. Which 41-year-old man, by the way, 41 years old and missed that. I'm nowhere near 41, and I would have understood that at like 18. So
me either, and I can't believe that either. It's ridiculous.
Plus, we do keep going back to that element of this is a moment where a daddy is trying to connect with his son as well. Most of us could pick up on that too. Most of us are like think back to our parents and like, because I remember getting my first bike. It was Christmas, and me dad was the one giving it me, and like. You learn to ride it outside on the street for a bit, and then it's like, wow, you're good enough with a bike. Take the stabilizers off and go further out. And it's a major thing because like suddenly the world is a bit bigger for you. But he misses that. He misses like the parents sort of like ushering you into that bit as they should be doing. Your dad sort of like watching you ride without the stabilizers and going, that's my boy.
Yeah. And you're a little scared. I'll be scared as shit when my kids ride a bike the first time, but it's just, you just got to do it, But think about not wanting to do that at that age, right? It's like this weird, the most, who do you want? Okay, not to change topics too much, but Keemstar's talking about interviewing some people. Like, man, someone from his high school would be very, very good. Right?
Yes.
Just like what was it like? What was he like in high school? Was he the one that was the brunt of all the jokes? As he sometimes says he is, but then also says he wasn't because they get hot Latinas and stuff.
Yeah. Tell us about this Latina.
Yeah. Like that was a lunch lady. They
should find. Does anybody remember the teacher that told him about you're not going to get into Ivy Leagues because of the minority sports players? They should find that guy and talk to him.
Oh, there was a mention of that recently as well, wasn't there? I'm trying to remember. He brought that
his supposed mentor in high school.
Recently.
Oh, his mentor. Yeah, he had mentors.
It's like, this guy was kind of like my mentor, and he told me the system's rigged against white people, man. Like, yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like a 17-year-old high on weed all the time. He's like, yeah, system's rigged, bro. Totally. I thought so too.
I'd love to know if he really was like, how he said he's like he was friends with everyone. He was never in like a clique or anything.
Yes.
Or if he just had no friends at all and just sort of clung on to whoever.
What's more
Option
likely?
two.
Option two.
This one.
He just didn't engage with anyone.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, yeah.
I fed with everybody. That sounds like
Oh.
that sounds like a pre-stream. That sounds like coping during a pre-stream. Is what that sounds like.
That is him winning like a semantic technicality. He's like, well, if I don't talk to anyone, I'm friends with everyone. Technically,
Oh, yeah.
He
If
totally
I'm
thinks like
neutral,
that.
that's like a good thing. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I found the,
Last note on the bike story. I just
Yeah,
want to mention
that's
something. So when this came up because I watched DK64. This is how you don't play this week in the middle of the night, just because my sleep schedule was all messed up. So in the middle of the night, I'd just be like, screw it. We're just gonna do some damage on this. And he brought this up during this is how you don't play, just in the middle. It's some super chat. And he's like, I've had a bear said never learned how to ride a bike. And then Meth Bear sent me a link. I watched it on my stream, which, like, by the way, there was like 20 to 25 people watching. This will be important later. And the next day, this was like 6 hours later, during the Level 1 podcast, DSP brought up the bike story, like, out of the blue, after not talking about it for 3 years. So the spies are out there. Our Twitter account did not get blocked. I didn't interact at all until I went on the show last time. Instantly blocked.
Interesting.
So part of my favorite part about the Vortex is the intelligence ops, the counterintelligence ops, but the spies are out there. The dense spies are among us. There's a wolf in sheep's clothing
right now.
in chat right now. The reverse LARP is happening right before our eyes. So shout out to all reverse LARPers.
I'm ready to test this. I'm ready to test this because I've like literally finished rendering a video earlier today, so I'm going to upload it once we're done with this.
Ooh, okay.
It's about his hair. It's about his hair. That time he said that his mum brushed his hair until he was like 16 or 17. It's about that.
Yeah.
So if he mentions his hair at any point soon, if he does his hair, if it starts looking like a bit nicer on streams and he's obviously showering more, I'm ready to test this.
Listen for that one tomorrow.
What's that left text line? I'm gonna watch some Steve of the Dead. Oh shit, it's time for bed.
Oh Lord, now it's time for bed.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, it's time for bed. That's a banger.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lemtex.
Shout out Lemtex, but you're not competing next time. Sorry. You're actually kicked out.
Definitely. Go ahead,
And
Steve.
just saying. Just saying.
Yeah. Poem's Future one. Oh, nice medal, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you.
Fourth place, first in the US.
It's first. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Due respect.
So yeah, according to Poem's Future on Twitter, DSP didn't have a good social life in university because all the people around him were rich white kids who went to the Hamptons to hang out on yachts, and he worked all weekend and played Street Fighter. Again,
and
no socializing at all. He doesn't understand connecting.
He's also said he had the party room before too, though, right? He said the party room.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He had the party room, but yet they were going to the Hamptons.
He talked about those college parties on the cat stream and made her very uncomfortable.
Oh, that was my girl was on fire. She was on fire.
Oh yeah.
She starts getting the. I'm doing the nails.
Yeah.
Just I'm
The
gonna
eyes,
bring this
yeah.
back, bitch. I'm gonna bring this back up later.
But it's like, how do you not in university? It's a social place. You're there to learn with other people. It's, most of the time you're all in the same room. Like I made friends with people I was at courses with. It's so alien to me.
Like, yeah, remember when Phil tells that story about I'm sure we've all seen it, that college video where he tells that college story about how people were smoking weed.
Yeah.
And the cops came.
Cops came.
You guys seen that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, like it so much looks like, his friends, like, when you have like a crazy friend or like not that smart dude and you just let him talk because you're all laughing, but you hold it in, but you're all like, this is not a good story. Let's just listen how crazy it gets. Like it 100% feels like that. Like, oh, hold on. He feels off on a story. Shut up. Yeah. Tell us about the weed. Like, yeah, we had like pounds of weed, dude. I was like putting in the carpet. I was stepping on it. Cops didn't know what happened. I was running like Usain Bolt fast, dude. Couldn't catch me. Like, they're just like off on it. Like, shut up. Let him finish. That's exactly what it looks like.
Just a pre-stream, really. Those stories are before the pre-streams.
Yeah, at least he's like interested in the subject matter and seems engaged with what he's talking about.
Oh,
we at least get
was
that
way
much
more fun than current Phil. Yeah,
agreed. Yeah, after watching the old This I Don't Plays, agreed, 100%.
Yes, we can agree that he's definitely was at least engaged in what he was doing and didn't ask for like chat. Tell me what to do every step of the way, which is that we have now, which is more meaningful, I guess.
Just like the idea that like he's there telling this story and someone walks in and goes, Oh, I'm too early for the gameplay. Walks back out.
He's still going.
Wait, Jay, don't leave yet. I'm not done.
Good.
Before you, see you later, Derek.
Yeah.
God. We should talk a little bit about the overall breath. I do want to hit on this too, though. Keem versus Keem's thing. Like, obviously, we haven't had any updates. Phil's strategy now is hardcore. Don't mention it at all. There's no mention of this at all. That is the strategy we're employing, which generally means Phil's really scared about it. I think that's what. That's when you know it's serious, kind of, in my mind, at least. Is that? But what do you think? Oh, this is again just all of us guessing, putting our mind at ease to theorize what could happen. What do you think Phil's response to that tweet was when he saw it? Right? Think about it. You're 2 gins deep on your off day, having a good time, and then you see that tweet. Like, what do you think? Did he call his family members? Who's left to call? I mean, you might call mommy, I guess, and say, "Do you believe this? It's crazy." But Linda's not going to
Anyone
hear
but
that.
Rambo.
Oh God!
Yeah, I agree with Lefty. He's praying anybody but Rambo. Like, let anybody but Rambo talk to him.
Do you think you might actually message to say, "Hey, by the way, have you been messaged by Keemstar?"
He deleted Rambo's number. He deleted his number, so he couldn't drunk text him anymore. So he doesn't have Rambo's number, and he's probably blocked him on Twitter. So how's he going to talk to him?
Think about that, but real quick. Let's not lose that point. You delete someone's number so you aren't tempted to drunk text them. That's what you do with ex-girlfriends, not with ex-dude friends.
You do that with lovers, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you're late at night, you're drunk, you're like, shit, I really want some of that again. Let me tweet. We've all done that. You know what I'm saying? But with my old guy friends from elementary school and stuff, or high school, I don't do that with them. Dude, I'm super drunk thinking about you, man. You're awesome, dude. I mean, what? What are you doing? Go ahead, Sam.
Gameplay.
I'm saying he does what he does with his stream chat and Twitter, whatever, people that tweet him and stuff. He just, what's the word? He's just avoidant, basically. He's not even, he sees it and he's just instantly, oh, didn't see that. I'm not even going to think about it. And I think I don't think he's calling anyone because, like you say, who's he going to call? He's not going to call Rambo or Howard. He's lost touch with all these FGC guys. It took being on an interview for him to be reminded to message one of them to say sorry, So if he called anyone, it's just his parents. But I honestly don't think Keemstar's gone to that length to go to.
You don't think
parents.
so? You think it's just preliminary? Well, he was in fucking London for the whole thing. Like, it's tough to run like this kind of serious business stuff when you're fucking different country traveling,
Oh, but Keem might have been like, right, I'm a bit busy over the next few days, but I will be in touch after this date.
Yeah, it could be.
Could easily have organized
a preliminary plan to start talking to some people. Yeah.
Like, would you be up for it if I paid you? And they go, yeah, okay. And he's like, great. Well, I'm busy right now, but after this date, I'll get in touch with you. Tweets, I've just been in touch with DSP's friends and family. Could be as simple as that. But when Phil sees that, he's got to think, you fucking idiot. Just sort of like completely downplay it and shut it down because he doesn't want to consider the ramifications of it. He don't want to think, oh, actually, who could it be? Because that's scary. It's terrifying to him.
This would be, I mean, what a year we've already had. But if this actually happens, oh my God, 2022.
Interview round 2, like from the other side, pretty much.
Yeah.
Keem interviewing Jenna or Howard or whoever. Yeah.
Then what's left, right? Like, everyone already is on board with this more than ever. Like, DSP's an asshole. Everyone understands that. Everyone understands what he does. It's not just about begging. It's not just about being an asshole to fans. It's like everything combined, like it's the total package. total package is why he's, everyone, that's why there's shows about him and songs about him, because it's so amazing that someone exists like this.
I think it'd be really good if it was Respect the Pact. If it was one of them two guys.
Andre from Respect the Pact specifically, because they were supposed to go to that meeting where he was going to pay everybody, and he got the shits and didn't go, and he never rescheduled.
Well, you could absolutely ask him, what was he like here? What did he expect you to do? What did he think you would do? Because obviously, when they're there on set filming and writing and stuff, Phil's like, well, they're the editors. They're responsible for setting up the shots and the lighting and the filming and all that stuff. So it's like he's displacing all this shit onto them and expecting that they'll do it for free. So
But no, you're forgetting
so
Phil's
much
part.
about that.
He was the marketing.
He was the ideas guy.
The
as well, remember?
Yeah, he was just gonna hype up their channel, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, your last name's
Just
Rambo.
wanted to shout out.
I got an idea for a
Thank you,
shot.
Red.
Why don't you act like Rambo? Whoa, that's good. You know, they kind of sucking Phil's dick because they were like
Yeah.
not sure about it. Yeah, that's a good idea, Phil. We'll definitely use that, buddy. Just ignore it. Make
We'll
it
have to
all
write it. We'll have to film it and edit it.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was my idea. Phil's idea.
Who's your number one get? Right, because I think Rambo is good, but
Howard.
what can he say that we
Howard.
haven't heard? Yours, Howard.
Howard.
See, I'm kind of worried about Howard, to be honest, personally, because Howard isn't the strongest. It depends on how Howard does, right? Because like Phil likes to point out, Howard was kind of tangentially associated. Rambo would be good, but he's also shared a lot of stuff. I'm not sure what else is there. There could be way more stuff, of course. This is all conjecture. But my number one from his past would probably be like someone from the high school thing would be incredible. The college thing would be college student with him would be incredible. That kind of thing. Or somebody he worked with, right? Just
Yeah,
to get that
helicopter
backstory
company.
there. Helicopter company. He talks about helicopter company enough. There's got to be
Best Buy.
someone there.
Prime
But I don't
FGC
know
era
personally if
Phil.
Keem's going that far, right? That takes me a lot of work for us to find. Let's make a list of 10 people we want to interview. You got to know a lot of lore to get there, right? So that's why I'm not like super excited about it yet. But I want to see what Keem does. He knows how to put on good events and make good shit. So I have confidence, but I want to see a little bit more before I get totally excited. But who's on your hit list though? Because you got Howard from Logan. What about you guys? What else? You're still Howard too?
Well, chat are
Howard.
pretty much on the side of Panda.
I
here.
really hope it's not Panda though. Of all the people,
Yeah,
that
I do
think
not want
don't
them talking
deserve
to
to be
Panda.
dragged back here.
Yeah.
I think Panda's like number one for me. She is out. She's
Yeah.
done. She is escaped. Phil.
Let her live her life. I mean,
Yeah. If she wants
Why
to,
not
she's
get
okay with
5Gs?
it. That's
Man,
fine,
5Gs
great.
or something, whatever
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
she's fine with it, cool, great. But I really hope it's not her because she's somebody who just does not deserve to be dragged back.
I mean, if she sends it the other direction and tweets at Keem and say, "Hey, I want to talk to you," that's one thing.
different.
Oh my
But
god!
Yeah, I would
They
love it.
blow it
should
up.
not-
Dude.
That would, if it was a public tweet saying, Panda Lee Games or whatever, or hanging out on Twitter at Keemstar, hey, DM me, I want to talk to you. Imagine his reaction to that. Imagine Phil's reaction to that.
Guys, there's no stream today. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be like, no, we'd be like 24
And
hours.
2 days
we
coverage.
would.
Yeah.
We'd be like right on now.
Get on now. Go
Yeah.
talk. But yeah, so Panda, I agree though. But I also think Keemstar, who knows how much money he's giving these people? But if $5,000 or whatever, how many thousands? 1,000 itself. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money. I'll talk about whatever you want for $1,000, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
You hear that?
yeah. Like who would like? You'd think his parents wouldn't agree, but maybe they might even.
His dad might. His father might. His
Oh my
father
God.
clearly
I would
doesn't
like
like
that.
him. And they never him and Dave Burnell never connected. They never connected
Yeah.
emotionally. So like if Dave Burnell's probably done the calculus in his head. If I can make money off stupid little Philly boy, I'm gonna take the bag. Because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I hope he says it that way
Oh,
too. Just piss him
Common
off.
sense is great. And Phil's neighbors for the interview by Keem. That would be good. Phil's
That would be
neighbors.
good.
Oh,
Phil's neighbors.
Phil's
And
neighbors.
the
just
shit
ask
you could
about,
learn.
Yeah, what's a normal day like? You see, what is
Do
happening?
you see him? No, of course they don't see him. They get like one
Oh, yeah,
chance
that's
a week
it,
to see him.
I'd want them to ask, what's it smell like?
Oh, I was
Yeah.
going
Or
to say
that.
the same thing. Is this smell coming from his garage? I don't know. It smells a bit like
Like cat litter.
his cat shit. Yeah. Has he got a
Right,
cat?
I'm doing a dump run on my day off next week, okay?
Oh,
So
God.
of course my garage is gonna smell like
Oh,
shit.
trash removal story. Oh my god.
Yes. What? Okay, so hold
There's
on.
another one.
All you guys have cats, right? And
Yeah,
I do,
all of
yeah.
us, basically all of us do, except Lefty, as usual. Lefty left out. We have
My
cats.
parents have a cat. But
Okay, there we go.
You can take the
I
vehicle
do like
position
cats.
then.
If you clean the shit daily, or sometimes you miss a day, but you always within 2 days personally, it's not like you have to go to the dump over the amount ever.
Never.
Ever.
No, that's
he is pouring the boxes into garbage bags every single day, the entire box, and refilling them. That's the only way he fills up an entire like industrial sized garbage removal can with it. Only way.
Convinced. Because you can't. It's just a little scoop into a little bag.
Yeah, if you scoop it like you're supposed to, it's going to be like tiny little morsels that you're putting in the garbage.
Yeah, that's it, and it just spits this out like we're all supposed to like. Yeah, okay, that's normal. Like he does it many times. This is another example of it. Like I got so much shit. I got bags, cat litter. Like, what else is there?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like over there, but it's probably like this for you, Steve. You only go to a tip, which is what we call a dump over here.
Dump, yeah.
Like if you've got like a load of cardboard to get rid of, or like bits of like big stuff.
Yeah, you've got like a rug or something that you need.
Bigger stuff.
Bigger stuff.
At the end of a construction project with a pickup truck full of
you go for like
roofing materials. Like those are the only times I've been to the. By the way, I've been to the dump that he went to. And when he was complaining about like, oh, you know what happened? A bunch of fucking idiots. They fell into the thing, and that's why they got to put the ropes there. It's literally like 3 ropes like this, and you just throw your stuff over or like between them. It's actually like a non-issue.
Yeah,
of course,
of course, they'd never get insured if they didn't have those and have the sign to say, hey.
Yeah.
Do not fall into the thing. It's for people like DSP to be like, oh my god, it looks so soft down there. Oh, my back. And they fall in.
And signs are actually for him. That's what he doesn't understand.
Yeah. Who put this ledge here? What the fuck? I didn't want to do that.
Bug
How is that
mechanics, dude. Yeah.
This is how you don't play gameplay coming out. I didn't mean to do that. What? Why am I in the trash?
Leaving it a 1-star review on Yelp. Complain to
Like,
the manager. After 14 years of content creation, I still cannot get service at the door.
He made all that story up just because there was a sign there, by the way. He didn't see someone fall in. He didn't read a news story. There was a sign there. And he said, I guess that means people fall in.
Another layer to the Jasper Kept Me Up story and the garbage removal story. He has pre-canned things to talk about, so he doesn't have to address the drama. That is a thing.
Yes.
That is because it was obvious because he usually like yammers about for a little bit before he gets into the topics. The last few streams he's gotten Jasper Kept Me Up. Garbage straight into it. He doesn't really prattle around, so he's using these to practice avoidance, and it's for anybody that's studied speech and language, it's very obvious.
Yeah, like he goes through the before all right, starts the stream up, getting ready soon, whatever, jerks off, of course. Then he gets to his topics, like, all right, trash, Jasper, you got to hit these hard, okay? Trash, got to be 15 minutes. Trash, got to be 15 minutes. Got to hit these hard. Zelda sucks. Got to get there. Wait, what is everyone saying? Everyone's saying Zelda's awesome? Okay, Zelda sucks. 15 minutes, Zelda sucks. Then he goes down the list, We gotta hit this
nothing
hard.
else in his life. That's amazing. Because so he's going through. What did I do? Well, I put the trash out. That's 15 minutes.
Yeah. These are normal things
just
we all do and
that's
don't
another
talk about
20.
them. Yeah.
Shout out to Doody as well, who's tipped and said, I have a cat. The litter is in the basement bathroom. I scoop the crap into the toilet daily. It's not hard, Phil. Yep. Some people have, like,
into the
flushable
toilet.
litter.
There you go.
Yeah, there's like flushable litter.
That's where bacon grease goes.
That's it, yeah.
It's the bacon grease.
You can train your cat to go to the loo.
You can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I've seen that.
Some cats you can. Yeah.
Real quick shout out to Psycho Dad as well. Shout out to the spies from the Jin Network, which is the Gaudi Intelligence Network. Shout outs.
Yeah,
Good name for it. Ghost Politics has so Phil's neighborhood was so rich that people are having yacht parties in the Hamptons, but also so ghetto, kids are getting jumped by tweakers for their bikes. That's a good point.
Exactly.
College and his home was kind of different though, but yes, I get your point. It does sound pretty silly. Just whatever reality works for the moment. That's how it works.
That goes for his entire existence. He's both he's both the most successful streamer ever and still down here on level 1.
Such a little guy.
And also having fun on level 1.
Yeah.
But don't punch down at me. But I am
exactly.
Oh, did you guys catch how he was saying I'm just a little guy the other day with 200 subs and 100K in donations per year. I'm just a little guy. YouTube doesn't care about me.
Yeah.
We've edged everyone long enough. They're dying for us to talk about DSP versus the internet. Again, I watch very little. This is my worst thing he ever does.
Yeah.
Outside of the highlights, of course, but I can't sit through the whole thing. What did you guys see? We're talking. Logan, Lefty, you're in charge of this, by the way. So go ahead, please.
I completely missed it because I was outside touching grass. So Lefty, did you see any of it?
Okay, Lefty,
I touched some grass today as well.
Dude,
Yeah.
You guys know I'm a huge fan of this. This is my favorite show ever, and I don't hate it at all and want to. Yeah. So I did tune into a little bit of Meerkat's stream, and the one segment I caught, just for some background, I do consider myself a Smash player, specifically Melee, because Melee is goated. I'm not very good, but I have been following the Melee lore tangentially for like 20 years. So probably the most iconic Smash moment ever is Wombo Combo. So much so that it's just seeped into everything else. Even if you don't know anything about Smash, you've probably heard of Wombo Combo, or at least seen the video where the guy's like, "Where are you at?" Well, DSP, the former pro fighting game player, who that is like core to his identity, had never seen the fucking video, and he was watching it, and he's like, "Oh, is that where it comes from? I had no idea." This like the most iconic, probably fighting game moment ever. He had no idea where it came from, and then more than that, more so than having no idea about the source material, he did not understand why the guy was yelling. Where it's like, have you never been hyped for like anything gaming related? You, the professional fighting game player or whatever, nobody's ever been like, you've never been like, "Oh my god, that was crazy," the comeback or whatever. You've never experienced that. No, he hasn't. He's like, "I don't get it. Why is he yelling so much? Just like sit there and play the game, dude." And I was like, "Fuck this," and I quit.
Yeah, that's what Steve said earlier. Like, that's not how he enjoys stuff anymore. When he used to do that too. Remember his commentating debut? That's all he did. Like, whoa. I guess he wasn't playing, so I guess it's different. But like, what does a DSP win look like? I guess he doesn't really do that pop off, does he?
No.
Think about
well,
it.
that was a good game.
I mean, he tries to do it. He tries to do it with those wrestling sim streams. He tries to get into it and be like, "Oh yeah, Green Ranger," this, that, or the other. So he's trying to capture that again, but it just looks stupid because he's a guy in a vest watching simulated characters fight. Like, he's not even playing the game.
I guess you're right, Steve. He does do that kind of.
Even now, like Street Fighter 6, a thing that he should be hyped for. He's already shitting on by saying it's going to be awful. People have already broken the demo. They've like already. They're going to have an advantage already. So I guess we'll make a thing of it. I'll get my wife to cook a few things. But yeah,
so weird.
Give her something to do. That's what he said. Give her something to do.
That's whole dynamic. So weird.
Give her something to do.
He's kind of laying the groundwork for both eventualities, though, isn't he? Like, he knows this should be a big game, so I guess he's got to kind of fence it. Like, he's both got to have seen to have been like slagging it off before it released, so that he gets to say, "I told you so." But then, when he, if the opposite happens and it turns out to be acceptable to him, then he can ride the wave, I guess. But yeah, it's just
every game is Schrodinger's game, isn't it? For him, it's simultaneously going to save the stream, and I never thought this was going to be a good game. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he doesn't like games.
It's going to be like, guys, this is Street Fighter. It's going to get it's the hypest game. Where's the support? Or you're going to get people like Jax or whoever are going to come out and wail in for the first stream, and then at the daily wrap is going to be like, Street Fighter 6 was great today. We had a lot of support. It was a very positive stream. We had some fun offline stuff. I spent most of the day making my character. It was great. So yeah.
Lord, I just now realized that we're gonna get a multiple hour-long character creation segment. Thank you for that, Steve. I was already not hyped for this, but I'm even less hyped now because it's gonna be single-player offline crap.
It's the third character creation segment, by the way. This is gonna be his third time doing this. So
yep, exactly. Every time he needs a new one. Look at this! Oh my god, it's so funny. And he does. Anyways.
Every time a game has a character
exactly like himself, and it's the most boring thing ever.
Yes. Every time a game has it, that's the first stream. That's the first.
Hopefully, there's a photo upload feature where you can just take a selfie and then upload it, and then the game will just show you.
He did that in one of the NBA games way back in the day.
Yeah, that's why I said that.
Nightmare Fuel, and it's so funny.
Didn't he try it for was it one of the WWE games as well? I think you could do.
Yeah, he's done that for WWE too.
Yeah, it did not work.
He thinks it's like it's no thinking content that he thinks is funny. So that's his favorite. That's his favorite comedy. No thought involved. Just say stuff. Just like in the old days of GTA, like we saw last night. GTA when there's a song, add sex stuff to it. Hilarious. That's his comedy protocol. It's like, all right, there's a song and me add dicks to it. It's hilarious. People love this. They eat this up.
Yeah.
This is my character.
Any moment he gets in a game where he gets to look at the camera and just, like, can you believe that? Eats that up now because he can't tell the off-color jokes anymore. So he has to take every opportunity to do the looks to camera so someone can make a short for him.
Yeah.
It's the only reason.
Thanks, Daspo. Anything else left? Steve, go ahead.
There was that one of some woman was playing like a ukulele and she leaned and farted at the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Derek got everything he needed from that stream, didn't he? In that one short.
But it sounded like he was drumming on his legs. You know when he does that thing? Because she leaned forward and he was like,
"Oh, lefty!
Oh my god! Yeah!
Oh god!
There it is.
The scowl looks good. The scowl is very real.
Yeah, the expression looks
EA
accurate. Yeah.
I can't believe we have spent months having Gundam make another model when that was right there.
I'll do the full immersion thing where I'll put the JPEG up like this and I'll have to lean around and be like, hey guys, see this right here.
Lefty reacts. Here we go.
Get the old man at Cloud one as well behind you.
Yeah. The yelling one. Oh, did not. Little figure update here. So still getting worked on. Obviously, Gundam is working on the painting. He did send me a lot of the extras, so I have a whole box full of enough extras, not painted parts that I could put together to make it. So, kind of figure out what to do with that. Probably going to be giving it to chat in some way. Just got to put it together and stuff. So stay tuned for that. But obviously, we'll keep you updated on that. Yeah.
Can I just point out that picture then looked worse than Boogie's face did after he'd spent 5 minutes having it punched in.
Yes.
Like that genuinely looked worse. Pictures of Boogie after the fight, like, and he's
I know.
and it's like, what better than that?
His ass beat, sad, like he does on Twitter, and he's taking people. And Boogie, of course, as typical Boogie fashion, he's 1,000 tweets today, responding to everyone like, "We got your ass beat." Yeah, well, I tried my best. Like, just let it go, man.
Yeah,
let it go.
Roll with it. Yeah, you're still better than Phil. Roll with that. You did it last night.
Go back, go back, buy yourself some magic cards, and move on.
Yeah.
Just find the positive in it. Like, yeah, I did it though.
Yeah.
How many of these have gotten in a boxing ring? I did it. I did a thing.
Act like you've taken a dub once before in your life.
That
act like you've been there before.
That DSP related tweet should have been his last one on the subject, and he should have just moved on. That looks way better in the history books.
Yeah. And Will Grant, he did tweet another one like about 2 hours ago saying my face hurts for some reason. That I would let you have. That's fine. That and the DSP tweet, fine, great.
Okay.
Yeah, just don't respond at that point. But yeah, we're not a Boogie podcast. Fuck it. Let's go back to Phil.
Yeah, fuck it. Anything else to talk about from the React Lefty, please? From the versus the internet, excuse me.
That was all I saw before I wage quit. So no, that was it. Great. Happy Feet Wombo combo. I don't get it. And then X, and I went out and touched grass.
Sounds good. Very healthy. As we love stealing content on the show, Sam, could you please bring up Darksea Defil, his tweet that was so awesome from a few weeks ago? Because this was really good, and I wanted to steal that bit of content if I could. Let me know when it's up.
It is there.
Okay.
There you go.
So could you please read the tweet, and then we're going to talk about it, please. Go ahead, Sam.
Share the most unpopular opinion you have regarding DSP.
Okay. So I'm going to put each of us in this now call to task on this. Your most unpopular opinion about DSP. All right? You might have responded to this tweet, might not have. But we're all going to have to get an answer here for a little bit of fun. I'll go first. Mine is that I know we say Phil sucks at games and stuff, but I think he is representative of most gamers out there, right? That's my most unpopular opinion. So it's easy to say he shits on games, but I think it's because people like us that are on the internet more than most people are actually better than the average in terms of gameplay. Most people that buy AAA games are just like Phil. Just give me to that fucking ending. I don't give a shit. Right?
Yeah.
That's that's my most unpopular opinion.
I don't think that's an unpopular opinion.
I
think that is a popular opinion because I agree with you.
Most people are like him, which is why most people don't stream games. That's the difference.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I'll step it up then. Chaos Realm was cute.
I agree. Chaos Realm.
I agree with you also.
I'm right here with
Damn
you.
it.
Was.
Bunch of cat stands.
Damn it. God damn it. All right, let's circle back to me because I got to think of my next one. All right, so Sam, I'm going to go to you next.
No,
My
don't
guest
go
can
to me
last.
next. I haven't got one.
Okay, Steve, please.
Okay, I did respond to this tweet.
Yes,
Phil
same answer is fine.
Phil is not gay and he's not autistic.
Ooh.
Sorry, buddy.
Well, the gay thing is more of a meme, but the autistic thing, I've seen some, some people have brought some evidence to the table.
No,
some form, right?
No, that evidence is
Autism
normally
would
easier
be
to describe.
Yeah, like autism would be too simple to explain him. It gives him an out that he doesn't deserve, and I think, yeah, I don't know. There's more to him being broken than just him being on the spectrum. You know,
the simplest explanation, not necessarily always the easiest, the right one, but the explanations that require fewer suppositions are easier to consider. So I think that his behaviors, where people go, "Oh, look, this might be autistic. Look, this is a sign of it's likely to be something else," that doesn't require that you accept that he has an autistic spectrum disorder. So I think there's the behaviors that are better explained by like his personality or his living situation or his own unique psychopathy, rather than he's autistic. And I also don't think he's gay, just because he's like weird about sex with women and wow, wrestlers and the bathhouse scenes in Lost Judgment or whatever. Doesn't necessarily mean he's gay. Closeted. So yeah, that's mine.
Very true. Very true. All right, I guess I'll throw it to the guest next. Sam, you're last then. Let's go first to Logan, please.
yeah, I've actually said this unpopular opinion on my roast streams, and I've gotten a lot of shit for it, which is, if DSP woke up tomorrow and became an amazing game streamer, I'd be happy about it. I think that would be sick as shit if he just became the most amazing game streamer. Never going to happen.
This man.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you asked. That was the question.
You asked.
That's the first actual unpopular opinion. Logan wins. Congratulations.
What do you mean though specifically? Like just good at games, or like
no? I mean, if he everything holistically. Like if he used background remover, like Lefty and I are effortlessly doing. By the way, you can do this on a lot of hardware now. He could use background remover to make a good background. He could just admit when he is sucking at a game. Like I did that fucking Ogdo Bogdo thing on stream during my all-day stream, and you know what I did when I couldn't beat it? I went and did something else because it's an optional boss. Things like that. He doesn't know when to quit a thing he's doing in a game. So I think if he just accepted his failings, became a better streamer, I'd be really happy about that, because honestly, I could stop watching him as much.
Real quick, you mean also in terms of begging and stuff as well?
Everything. Like if he got a part-time job, if he well, maybe my opinion is a cop-out then, because I'm basically like, if he fixed all of the things that are wrong about DSP, he'd be a better DSP. So maybe it's a bad opinion. But I think the simplest thing is like knowing when to drop a game and knowing when to accept your failures within a game and make a joke out of it, because that is the fundamental thing as a streamer he's unable to do. He never can be like, oh, I missed this jump for the 3,000th time. You guys can laugh at me. He just takes anything as an attack, and I think that's his biggest problem as a game streamer.
I don't think I'd be happy about it though. I'd be like, all right, well, let's look at more old shit that's funny. Like I could,
we'll always have the backlog.
Yeah, you know, that's what I would be. I think Null has a good one here. Null, who also was a main component of the last song we did, the Last Wet Snort, Papa Roach parody song. He says, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but my take is that DSP is weirdly musically talented. He's very frequently in key and has proper melodic intervals in his singing.
That's a great unpopular opinion, because it's wrong.
That sounds like someone in DSP's chat trying to butter up DSP. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah. During those fucking Oblivion streams, okay, fun fact about me, I have perfect pitch. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And it makes listening to him sing fucking torture. And what happened is he started singing. He's like, I'm not even that good of a singer, you guys. Stop it. Oh, stop it. And then his whole chat was like, you're a great singer, Phil. You're, just totally feeding into the bait. And he's like, okay, I guess I'll sing some more. And he spent like the next 4 Oblivion streams doing nothing but singing. And I had to sit there and suffer through it. So fuck you. No, it's wrong.
Bro,
Why
like,
am I toxic?
Bro, like as somebody who used to drum, watching him trying to keep rhythm in games like there was a beats per minute, I think it is the heavy metal shooter one, or
Yeah,
is it like Hellsinger,
yeah.
Metal
Yeah,
Hellsinger.
Hellsinger. Yeah,
And there was another one that was sort of like Gravity Falls ish. I can't remember. It was like an action platform.
him playing Hi-Fi Rush was a treat.
That's the one, Hi-Fi Rush. Yeah, yeah.
That was
yeah.
it.
Watching him try to keep rhythm in them, fucking hell. Painful.
Yeah, I don't think
Push
it's. I
Push
think
the
it
button
might.
exactly in time. Yeah, go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, I don't think he's. Yeah, I don't think he's musically talented. I just think maybe he knows how to sing in key, or not in key. Sorry, but I don't know what the word is, but he just. Yeah, he's. Oh no, that's what I was going to say. He's not tone deaf, which isn't much of a compliment. But other than that, I think that's all you can give for him.
So not tone deaf. Okay, we'll take that part. Okay, Lefty, you're up.
Yeah, I will say there's nothing wrong with being a bad singer, but there's a way to do it in a way that's not obnoxious. Because if you are a bad singer and you just go to karaoke and you suck, but you're having a good time with it and you're doing it because you enjoy it, whatever. But he's not doing it because he enjoys it. He's doing it because he wants to protect his fragile little ego and he wants validation from all the dents in his chat. There's a massive difference. So don't take me out of context there, okay? That was a great unpopular opinion, by the way, because it got me worked up. That was almost even better than Logan's. But look,
Noel
tomatoes
wins, by the way.
No wins. Noel's winning right now, so we want more. This could have been the question of the day, but we don't
there
think
way
of our
more
heads.
tomatoes in chat when Logan was talking. So mine's probably not that unpopular, but when I watch This Is How You Don't Plays, there's a small part of me that enjoys them unironically in a way that's more like laughing with him than laughing at him. I'm not saying it's full, but there's a small part where I'm like, okay, that was like funny, and then I'll go back to like laughing at him ironically, because like you can laugh at what happens in the game when he like rolls off the edge in Dark Souls and just he laughs at it, and it's like, okay, that was kind of funny, but then what then brings me back into this sphere is like, well, this guy is the guy that said I could pick up a controller and play any game at a professional level. So he's not the guy that like will roll off the edge and then actually laugh at it. He'll roll off the edge and then laugh and like, oh my god, you see how bad the developer is stuck? I did everything correct and I still died. This is bullshit.
I was pushing buttons. It always comes back to that. I was pushing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Someone just wrote something in chat I have to address. The King of the Ring himself, Lem Fandango, has written 4 words. DSP has good pitch. Does this change anyone's thoughts?
Nope.
No.
There's been songs that he's sang, quote unquote, on stream where he's made an effort. That Sonic song, I unironically think that song is fun, and I listen to it occasionally just to listen.
Tomatoes.
You know what it is? You know what it is? He was having actual fun, and that song makes me laugh. I listen to that song, and it gets me. So. Boo this man.
Okay, well,
you can boo me all
there's
you
a
want.
way to sing that's not obnoxious and doesn't make me want to gouge my eyes and ears out, even if you're bad at it. And DSP does not do that. He does something else. I don't know what he does, but it's something
I get
else.
what you're saying, Lefty, for sure. Yeah, it's just the way he sings is very annoying.
That's the LARPer's like favorite thing though, is when like feels like clearly wants validation on something. The LARPers are the first to jump in it, and they go to like level 11. So it's like, my reaction time was pretty good there. I think my reaction time is pretty good. And then LARPers like Nathan Wong, and then we're like, oh my god, you're the best reaction time on the internet, dude.
So much. He's my favorite LARPer.
Yeah.
Shinko has a short where he sort of like overlaid Phil singing a song with the actual song. I think it's like his second most recent one. I'm going to post it in chat. But yeah, if you think he has perfect pitch, I just invite you to watch this short.
There's no way he has perfect pitch. Like,
he's perfect pitch. Some songs are ridiculously bad. I mean, there's no doubt about that. You ever heard him sing Dragula? Oh man!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
That's one of the worst ever. The ditches and he doesn't know the lyrics that well, so he's kind of like faking it. Also, somebody once told me the world is gonna run me. That's not Derek. That was DSP, by the way. Derek also has a version.
Seriously.
Anyway.
Oh god.
Anyway,
really quick, timing is so bad on the short. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah. We went too far. Hold on. We went past the lefties too fast, because that is pretty big. That's a very big, bold thing that you unironically enjoyed the playthroughs, which for me is something what year we talk? What year DSP are we still the rushing through year before that? Rushing through
There
everything.
are like parts of me where things happen, and I'll laugh unironically. Like if somebody was sitting next to me and playing it, I would have laughed at them doing it. But the reason why I do that, and then I get pulled back into the world of like, well, this guy thinks he's a professional gamer. Like, no, you're just bad at the game. I'm sorry.
Lefty, that's why he pointed his camera at the TV. He was supposed to be sitting right next to you. It worked on you for that brief moment. It worked.
It was like we were chilling together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're hanging out with a friend, play games.
Yeah. I've no response to that.
Look, people are agreeing with you though, so it's not that unpopular. People are definitely agreeing with you in chat. So you got a lot of support here in droves. But last Sam, now you have to have one. Oh, go ahead, Steve.
Do you think if you like work with him, you could teach him to sing though? Because like at moments he does almost sort of get it, like he is almost on beat or he is almost in pitch. So do you think if you work with him, you could teach him that? Or do you think
he would never take that amount of feedback though? The amount of feedback required for vocal coaching, he wouldn't.
Yeah.
He never would.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, he's not the worst singer in the world. Like he's not like to the level, I don't think, where like there's a song playing and then someone whistles over the top of it and they're completely in the wrong key and they don't even know it. Like I don't think he's that bad, but he's not a good singer or anything like that. But anyway, mine is because I can't think of anything else. Just the fact that he's like consistent and persistent, I guess. You know, because I kind of have passions, but I kind of tend to drift between them. Like 1 minute I'm spending time focusing solely on like playing a game, and then I'll drift into like, oh, I'm really into video editing at the moment. I'm watching videos on video editing, and I'm doing this, and that's it. You know, and it'll be the same for like 4 or 5 different things, and I'll go into phases like making music. You know, direct capture. That was a phase. You know, that was like a big, you know. But I don't think, you know, I think it takes a certain type of person to just stick to one thing. And I don't want to big him up too much because, you know, he's just doing it, I guess, out of necessity. Like, really, he's got no passion for it. But to stick with something, there's something to be said for that, I guess. So that's mine.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that's not one we can really debate. I also think it's a meme now, but he was better than the average player of Street Fighter. Like that's just a fact.
Yeah,
we have to concede that. Jaha even said he was.
Yes. He was better than the average player. That doesn't mean nationwide I'm going to win tournaments, but you know.
But again, there you go. That shows like he put a lot of time into it and got results. So he could sort of grasp that concept, and now he can't seem to understand that at all.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Nate Rivers coming in hot with I ordered DSP's viewer numbers of his 64,000 videos. 3 have hit 1 million. That's a good question. Stop. Can you name the ones that have hit 1 million? I think I can. Homefront review. The first episode of Heavy Rain. And there's one more.
But the rain is very heavy. Yeah.
Is it another KO Gaming one?
Spider-Man?
Oh, that Spider-Man where the neighbor yells at him? Maybe.
No. I think the first episode of the Spider-Man playthrough. None of those. The meme ones don't get that many views, guys. Let me check real quick.
Some of the early, the around the Homefront KO Gaming reviews, I think, were up there, weren't they? Wasn't there like No Man's Sky or something was like 750,000?
Oh yeah, what channel are we talking about, by the way, Nate Rivers? Because I'm looking at DSP Gaming here, and there's 2 that have hit 1 million.
Yeah, there's 2 that have got
Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. ALT is right on that. And the next was PS4 launch Need for Speed Rivals gameplay.
ALT, what's the 4th one there?
Fourth one there.
Yeah, what's the 4th video there? If
alert! Bill S978 will shut down gaming videos and streams everywhere.
Oh, when he was being DS Politics back then, talking about internet bills. Yeah.
Look
the
at
other
how
internet
he
bills.
looks.
It wasn't just
That's an up all night. That's an up all night look. That.
All right. Oh, so yeah. Excuse me. We were totally wrong about the Heavy Rain. By the way, I was totally wrong. Totally incorrect. It was Homefront's number 1, and the other 2 are the Need for Speed launch of PS and the Spider-Man. So there you go. That's 3. But anyways, that's not what the super chat was about. 2 are over 500,000, and counting even those, only 150 videos have over 100,000 views. The most prolific content creator in history. Yep. So if you think about like
one of
some
them's
channels,
Project 7 pilot.
some of those are beaten. Some channels beat that in like 3 videos. You know what I'm saying? Like the right a few. I mean, the right kind of person. You know, it's like Taylor Swift or something. But still, like drop 3 videos, get more views than DSP has over his whole career. But he just holds on to that numbers idea. You know, I have the most videos, so I'm cool. You know. But anyways,
that's wild to think about that it's like an immeasurable fraction of a percent of his videos have hit 1 million views. It's like that fraction is so small it's immeasurable at this point. With 100,000 videos, you can't even quantify it.
And what's funny is like he said like I don't want to do negativity and stuff. Remember with KO Gaming, the arc of KO Gaming was he makes a negative video, the worst game ever played, gets 1 million views, pops off. Oh shit, I'm gonna capitalize on this. So he makes another one. What is it? A buggy, boring, unfinished ripoff. No Man's Sky review. What's next? A sad, broken parkour bore. They all get way less views. We're talking 10% of the views of Homefront. And then he said, I don't want to do negativity forever, guys. It wasn't because he doesn't want to do negativity. They stopped working as well as Homefront did.
That's slightly inaccurate. He made the Homefront Revolution video. He's like, oh, look at all these views. And then went on a week-long vacation and didn't do anything for a week. So
yes,
that's what you do when you hit gold is you just pack your bags and leave. And it'll still be there when you come back, probably.
Don't want to push it. Don't want to
shout out Super Vandal in chat who says, don't confuse DSP politics with this impacts my money, which is
yes, that's
point,
true.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he cared. Let's get
point.
real.
That's what that was about.
Let's get real. But all right, guys, that will do it. Business style. Anything else we want to talk about though? I didn't want to skip anything on the docket. I think we hit all this stuff.
Well, people have been mentioning bubbles.
Oh shit, we'll hit it. We'll hit it.
You get it. Don't worry.
We had an idea that we needed your feedback on. Maybe we should have said this at the beginning of the show, and But okay, so next week it will be the 1-year anniversary of this very podcast, and also we're about to hit 4K as well, so something to celebrate. So we just think because we haven't got anything lined up yet. So do we do something special? But we haven't decided on what that would be yet. Do we do something meaningful? But yeah, so we were thinking like maybe you guys might want to come up with something. We probably should have said this at the start, and then maybe run a poll or something.
Put a community post up.
Put
a community post up. Let's see. Well, like something hype. What's hype? You know.
The problem is this came out of nowhere. It's just exactly like your wife's birthday. There's no way to know what day it's going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
You can't plan it. Just like what? Like, do you want to go get chocolate? I guess. I don't know. What do you want to do? You know.
Well,
but also, just if you have an idea, it's cool. We'll let me know on Discord or whatever. That'd be cool. We don't want to do another quiz because we just did that.
Yeah,
but,
we also don't want to be like, hey, Snood, cancel everything now. You're busy on Sunday. Also,
and we can't get our quiz. Some people might say want to get our first guest ever on the show, but we can't. He's already here. Steven the Dead was our first guest, and he's here, so that's out. But we should do something cool. Also, the tournament, by the way, We got a lot of submissions today, so thanks everybody. We're gonna do that on the group think this week. So if you want to see the tournament, come over to the group think, and let us know about that.
I've got a great entry.
Yes, we'll see you then. We'll see you then on that one. But let me talk about our guests. Takin L's, what can we expect? You guys do a cool hybrid style 2-person channel, different kinds of content. Please give us your elevator pitch of your channel, please. Go ahead.
It's kind of whatever we want. Like yesterday, we were playing BattleBit with a bunch of folks on the Detractor Beam Discord, and Lefty does a lot of This Is How You Don't plays, and then I do a weird weekly chat show after TBS. Speaking of the tournament, what we're doing after this week's TBS, it'll start at 7:30 Eastern, so not right after. We're gonna do a Project 7 watch along, where we're gonna watch the whole thing, and folks can come and join the chat if they want, and it's open for all, so should be fun.
You're watching the whole show, the whole everything.
Got the playlist ready to go. So
you'll love
God help us.
You'll love it, and you'll also be pissed off. It's like one of those classic shows that just ends and you never know what happens. It's exactly like that.
Just
you have to donate to his Patreon, then you get to find the ending.
Season 6
the trailer.
Then you get the trailer.
But all right, guys, thanks so much for coming on. Great show. You guys are all legends. We should redirect you to King Jad. I think I put it in there. So King Jad's not starting till 1:45 though. So you got a little time to chill, touch grass, do that kind of stuff you got to do. Final words, please. Logical Style host, Steve.
When we're done with this, I'm going to start uploading a video. So, blessed by the YouTube gods if I am. It'll be out later tonight. So
here we go.
Hey.
Final words.
I did. See, I was working on them. I promise.
Yes, it's gonna be hype. We go sub to Takin L's. Sam, send us home.
Burger War.
Later.
Bye.
That being said, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe, recommend to a friend, and if they stay as your friends without taking offense, we hope to see you again someday.
Hey, did you know this song is from Mario? It's a planet, so don't panic, you know.
Yes, Derek, we know. Now go.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend.
I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
Eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear. There's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Devin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
In reality, like I tell you guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me and a family, Jasper, and the things we get to do together. I definitely want more time with them and more family time. But I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously, all those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. I'm happy with who I am. That awesome charcoal flavor on every bite of every burger.